So literally just starting out by sorting out some pick-a-brick parts today. Got some more parts of the city yesterday. I started building. This is just like a rough sketch. The colours that I want to use are right, but it's more just a sketch for size and how to angle. So I've got the angle plates at the bottom there. Yeah, so literally just sorting through these cups. So I'm basically trying to. I want a street of these that's all like curved. So obviously, as you can see, I put some angled plates in there. The aim is to create a curved street with these colourful buildings. So I went to the Lego store yesterday to try and pick up some more parts. So I'll probably do so we've got pink and yellow. I might do a normal yellow one as well. I might try and get a white one in. I'm not medium azure maybe this one, but I like this colour. So I'm definitely going to get one of them in as well. But yeah, for now, we're just sorting out pieces and I can start building it. I was a bit disappointed by the selection at the Lego store yesterday. Thought there'd be more parts. But yeah, I love this this colour. And as much as masonry bricks, and I don't want to build in masonry bricks for this particular build, I like this colour as well. This would go really well probably next to the yellow or something. And also got lime green, and I think lime green would probably be a good colour to go on the street as well. And they also had these on the pick-a-brick wall. As far as I'm aware, these are just like Mario parts. I've never seen them before. Like on the pick-a-brick wall, that is. But yeah, I've got some of them. That was weird. Not really too sure why that was there, to be honest. But I picked some up. If there's ever weird parts I've never seen before on the pick-a-brick wall, I pretty much always pick them up because they might just be a one-off or something. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see them. I also picked up loads of different gold pieces. I've picked up all the gold pieces I have said, like these ones. These are a great piece to use. I have little stars as well. Be good for like a Christmas tree or something. And then they also have these. It's weird, really. I wouldn't say gold's a popular colour, but to have 4 different types of gold pieces on a pick-a-brick wall at once, to me, is a bit crazy, actually. I just think it goes to show, though, that the pick-a-brick wall isn't necessarily there to give you decent bricks to build with. So maybe they just get rid of some of their less popular parts on the pick-a-brick wall. Or am I just being a bit pessimistic? Feel free to say hello in the chat, people. I know there's not many of us here, but appreciate anyone that has stopped by. I love this blue colour. I think it's so nice. It's going to go really well with this. And again, this is just real basic. It's just a facade at the minute. It's just so I know what sort of shape to take, and just by building this basic thing for the top, I can then basically just go and order all the bricks. Like, say if I want to do one in this size, I can go through and be like, right, well, I need, you know, X amount of whatever bricks, and order all them so I can get each colour finished. So that's why I've built what is currently a bit of a crappy looking facade. Hi mate, cheers for the heads up on the advent calendars. Picked up a Marvel one. Nice. Yeah, I also picked up a Marvel one. Literally, as soon as I seen it, I was just like, yeah, buy that now. I never really pay full price for Lego. I always wait for a sale. Like the cat balls at Dozer behind me here. I picked this up. I paid 170 quid for that in total. Now I did use some VIP points, and it was double VIP points when I bought it, so that was good. But yeah, I literally, this £400 model, and I spent £170. It was, I think, £300 in the Lego store when I bought it, and then I had £130 of VIP points to put towards it. So at that price, that's obviously retiring at the end of this year, and that was at the top of my list of retiring sets that I want to buy. So yeah, really happy to get such an awesome set for 170 quid there. But yeah, as I said, for now, just sorting out parts of this. I went to the Lego store yesterday to get some more colours. The part selection was a little bit lacking. I was a tad disappointed, but I mean, I got a good little base of bricks to go with, so not too bad. Although actually, some of these blue bricks are really, really scratched. Like, that's quite surprising, actually. Maybe it's because it's half term. Honestly, the Lego store yesterday was so busy. There's so many little kids in there. It's, yeah. Maybe sometimes I forget that it's mainly a kids thing, Lego, eh? Hello, Chris Plays. How are you? How's the audio, by the way? Is the audio alright? Because I didn't connect my mic. But yeah, so I got quite a few. I'm just trying to get like as bright colours as I possibly could. What's everyone up to on their Friday evening? So yeah, so I've got I want to say that's medium azure, but I'm not entirely sure. I've got lime green, some yellow, and some blue. I got some more pinks as well. Like the idea of a curved street. Looking forward to seeing the end product. Yeah, thanks, man. It's it should be good. I'll show you a picture of what like my inspiration is. I think it's really cool. So, it's what was it, Notting Hill, in London. Get a picture up. So this is like the real life picture of it. That's what it looks like. And then I'd seen I came across it on Pinterest when I was looking for ideas for my city, and I was like, that's really cool. I want to do something like that. It's a Lego Ideas. It didn't actually get accepted, but I think it's great. So that's like the Lego Ideas one. It looks really, really good. So I know the picture's not great. Let's see if I can get a bigger version. So that's what I'm sort of going for, that kind of vibe. I have a question. Can you try to make the Bugatti Boliden Speed Champion style? Oof. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know how my design expertise goes beyond Formula One cars. Obviously, I've made my own Formula One cars. Anyone that's been following me for a while, I've got I've designed. I've made my own Mercedes, Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, and Red Bull. But yeah, Bugatti Bolide, that'd be cool. I've got the Technic one, the yellow one. It's a really cool car, to be fair, isn't it? The Bolide. Really good. Reminds me of similar streets in Edinburgh where I'm at. Yeah, to be fair, when I first saw it, I really liked it because of it reminds me of a few streets in Wales that have like these really colourful houses going down them. And then yeah, I was just like, wow. I've always wanted to do a colourful street. It's something, I think I saw it in a Lego book years and years ago that someone had done something like this. And I thought it was really, really cool. So I've wanted to do one ever since then. And then when I came across the Lego Ideas project from Notting Hill, I was like, wow, that's a great time to do it. Because I wanted to go London vibe. I got right in front of the camera here, it's like a curved street. I wanted to do London vibe houses, but when I was looking, I thought that actually it was all going to be one colour and each house would be built pretty much the same. So when I came across the coloured ones, I was like, well, maybe that's my answer to not having it all look really boring and just the same. Thing is, I don't like Lego Technic. Yeah, I never used to like Lego Technic. I got a when I was a kid, I used to get Lego City Construction stuff, and then for Christmas, I don't know, maybe like 5 years ago or something, my parents bought me the Technic crawler crane, and I'd never had well, maybe when I was a kid, but when I got back into Lego, I'd never really built a Technic set since. So when they bought me that, I was a bit intrigued. It was like, oh, you know, it's construction set like what I had when I was a kid, so I gave it a go and I actually really enjoyed building it. So yeah, definitely wouldn't knock it until you tried it, because I never used to like it either. Well, I thought I didn't like it, but yeah, the Bugatti Bolide's cool. Although I want to get the blue one to go with this yellow one. Like, the yellow one's cool, but I think the blue one's better. The only reason why I actually got the yellow one is just because it was on a really good discount at Amazon. And I want to get all the Technic cars anyway, so when it was on a good discount, who am I to say no to that? I use these Rayco drawers to organise my parts, and the good thing is they come with these dividers. There's quite a few slots in here, so I can just slot these in and then divide up the drawers, which is really, really handy. So I'm going to put all my gold parts that I picked up together, because I want the gold parts to decorate the dark blue of this shop front. I'm just not sure what parts to use specifically, because obviously at the minute this looks pretty boring. So yeah, I need to come up with something good for that. Do you have the new Concorde set? No, I don't. Right, but I've never really said this, but I feel like it's maybe a bit controversial opinion on the Concorde. I think the Concorde's underpriced. I think the Concorde could be a lot more expensive from Lego. If you consider the size of it, compared to like what they charge for a lot of other things, like I know it's obviously Star Wars and licensed, but let's take the UCS Venator for example. I feel like the Concorde, when you factor in the wingspan, yes, granted it doesn't have as many pieces, it's not that much smaller for what, like a third of the price? Yeah, I just think that Lego could have charged more for it, especially how much they charge for their sets nowadays. What's your plans for Insiders Weekend, Black Friday? Any sets are looking up to pick up before they go? Yeah, so personally, like personal collection, I want to get the Ford Mustang. Oh, don't say sorry for the questions. It's good. It gives me something to talk about, eh? Yeah, so personally, I want the Ford Mustang. Now that I'm building the city and I realise actually how long it's going to take me to fill this with buildings, I wasn't going to get them, but I'm tempted to buy the modular buildings now. I wasn't really going to bother with them, but I'm tempted to buy them as placeholders until I get all my own custom stuff designed. But in regards to reselling, there's loads I want to get. The only issue is I run a business, I do quite a high turnover, and Lego is a big part of my business, but I've got a lot of other things I want to invest in that will make me more money than investing in Lego will, for the short term. So I won't be picking up as much as I would like, because I want to invest that money into other things. But in saying that, Ahsoka brickheads, I want more of them. I want more Republic fighter tanks if they go on sale again. I definitely want more of those. What else am I interested in? I've been seeing there's a lot of clearance going on at the minute in the UK. So the 501st Battle Pack, like the newer one, the small one, that's been, I think, like £8 in Sainsbury's, and there's the £9 like Guardians of the Galaxy set where you get Star Lord and Groot in. That's also been going for super cheap. I think that's like £4-5 in Sainsbury's. So if I see any of them, I'll pick them up. What else am I looking for? Definitely Ahsoka brickheads, Republic fighter tanks. I'm not going to bother with any UCS, Star Wars UCS sets that are retiring. I don't think that's worth it. I'll probably base it off what actually goes on sale the most. No worries, Chris Plays. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you again soon. But yeah, very much depends what's on sale, because a lot of what I invest in at the end of the year, I actually look for quick flips in January. So a great example of this for last year is the Friends Central perk. Literally, it might have even been like the 2nd of January, but I think it was like around the 30th or 31st of December. I found a shop in the EU that ships to the UK, and I bought 14 Friends Central perks from them. Now, they're a little bit over retail price, in fairness. I think by the time I factored in the shipping and VAT, I think I paid about £5 over retail price for these 14 Central perks. Anyway, got them in, sold them at about £100 each on Amazon within a month of having them delivered. So I've made, I can't remember how much it was exactly. I think I made about £20-30 profit on each set. Obviously I had 14 of them, so I don't know, let's say £300-400 of it was profit. So at this time of year, that's the sort of thing I'm interested in. I'm looking at what can I buy on a sale that I can then flip on Amazon in the first quarter of next year, and then what I can then do with that money when I've flipped it quickly is then use that money to buy my investments for next year. Because investments are great, and for example, I've got a lot of Republic fighter tanks, and the way it's looking, I probably won't be selling them in January. I will probably wait until this time next year to sell those. So when I'm holding sets, I want to make sure that I'm not holding them longer than necessary. And for me, when, like, take the Boba Fett helmet, I sold 5 of them at the start of this year, done really well. I made like 30-40 quid profit on each one. And yeah, the price has gone up by 10 or 20 quid on Amazon since I sold them. But if you take the money that I then reinvested into more stuff that I've sold throughout the year, it's a hell of a lot better return than if I still had those Boba Fett helmets today and sold them this Christmas for 20, maybe £30 tops more than what I sold them for in January. It's more about regurgitating that money, so taking the say, what was it, £200 of profit, reinvesting that in Lego to sell it for £300, reinvest that, sell it for £400, and so on and so on. So by this point, I've probably turned that money, because obviously again I sell other things other than just Lego, I've probably turned that £200 profit into £1,000. Yeah, exactly. Flip as much as possible, and January is just so important, especially on Amazon, because like it's actually insane. The prices because I'm an Amazon seller and that's the main source of my business, again, other than just Lego, it's really easy for me to do. And the sales, like the sale price in January, drives up on Amazon like that, and eBay would be like here, Bricklink's like here, and like Amazon is just so high. And if you talk to a Lego collector, they'll tell you never buy a retired set off Amazon, and I would agree with that. But the people I'm selling to obviously aren't massively into Lego, or they just have real disposable income and they don't really care. You know, they'll just go on Amazon and they'll spend 10, 20, 30 quid more than eBay. And also you don't have to deal with the shipping, so that's great. But yeah, this time of year, it's in my opinion, too late for investments. Just get on, make your money. So I've actually nearly sorted all these parts now. Pretty good, that's quick. So I've got my drawer of trees. I want to make some autumn trees. So I've done some trees over that side behind the camera in the Lego City, but I've done them all green. Actually, I've got one here that's loose. So I've done these all green. I should have done them with orange leaves because it's autumn. That would have been cool. Hello, thank you for stopping by. Very much appreciated. How's your evening going? I'm currently just sorting out some parts and I might do a bit of building as well. So I'm currently working on these like coloured houses at the minute. So I'm making like a street of all like coloured houses. I've seen one online that I'm gonna base my design around. I was having a good play around with it yesterday and it's yeah, I think it's gonna look really good. So yeah, this is like the basic design of it here. I've obviously just built a facade, no roof, no backs, no sidewalls or anything, just so I know what parts I need. So then I can say, oh, I want to make some in this colour, and whatever other colours, and then I can just order the exact same parts of all those different colours and I can just get it all built. So that's why I've done that, because this is the important bit, and then the inner walls will be hidden, so I'll probably just make all the walls out of like white bricks or something. And that is the plan for my street. And it's all going to be curved as well. So it took me like, I don't know, an hour or so yesterday when I was doing this. So you can see at the bottom I've got a wedge plate under there, so it creates a curve. So the whole street's going to be curved, because there's nothing more boring than a dead modular Lego city where it's like all straight streets and they go, you know, each building's in a square, and so boring. So I need to add in some curves. I've got my river over behind the camera that's curved, and yeah, it's gonna look very good. Take a lot more time than your conventional Lego city that's full of official Lego modular buildings and roads and everything, but yeah, I think overall it's actually going to look really good. What's everyone up to on this fine Friday evening? Is anyone else building or sorting or anything with Lego? I was tempted to build a set, but then I saw I had all the pick-a-brick cups from yesterday on the table, so I had to get them sorted out. But as you can see, I am nearly finished with the sorting, and I can get on to building. But the thing is, when I start sorting Lego, I just honestly, I just make such a mess. I think the Americans use streets in the city, but not here in the UK. Yeah, exactly. You see it in like the American TV shows, don't you? When they do like, you know, they do B-roll pan shots of like a city or a town centre, and it's all like dead straight streets, and like they've got, you know, their blocks and everything. It's madness. But then in the UK, everything's, and I would say the rest of Europe as well, it's all over the place. It's much more interesting, I think, as well. And I'd like a lot of the architecture within my city. I would like it to be probably a bit more European. Currently fitting lights to a modular, not as enjoyable. Yeah, I've done that with I got the Parisian restaurant just over there, and I got a light kit. Oh, it was such a pain to fit. I bought this a little while ago. It's a light kit for the Nissan Skyline. I still haven't fitted it, because like I bought this on Amazon, It's from a company called Light Tailing. It's alright, I guess. It's the one that I used at the Parisian restaurant, but it's it said it had lights underneath the car, but apparently you had to pay more money for lights underneath the car. So I didn't get the lights underneath, which is the main thing I wanted. So, what happened to the F1 circuit planned after it was deconstructed? Right, I'll give you an exclusive on what's happening with the Formula 1 circuit. So basically, I still want to do a Formula 1 circuit, but I couldn't fit it in my room at the scale I was making. So I decided to make a table as big as possible in my room so I can make the biggest possible Formula 1 circuit that I could finish, right? So I started planning it out once I built the table, and I realised it just wouldn't be what I wanted it to be. So I've like given up on it for the minute, but I'm going to come back to it when I've got more room. I did have a bit of a wacky idea, and I think it would be cool to incorporate a Formula 1 circuit into my Lego City. So like Monaco, for example, is obviously a street race. So if I was to do that in my Lego City, I could have like sections of road closed off and build some grandstands in places they probably don't look like they should be, but have the effect of like a street race going on in my Lego City, so I can have the best of both worlds. So that is something I might do in the future. I'm not sold on it, but I do think it's quite a good idea. And maybe I'll give it a go one day if I don't get the room to build the city. But then again, I'm starting to make a bit of money on TikTok. Hopefully soon I will be monetized on YouTube and start making a little bit of money from the YouTube videos I upload. And then once I start to make a little bit more money from the content creation, then the plan is to rent a unit, and then I can have a much bigger Lego display in there. And that'll probably happen sometime next year, because I'm going to need a space soon for my business anyway, so I can probably incorporate the two together. So yeah, the Formula 1 circuit will come back, definitely. If I was going to do a street circuit, what would it be called? No idea. I don't even know what my Lego City is going to be called, to be honest. I don't really do the naming things. But, you know, I'd probably come up with something eventually. Reasonably new sub, but great chat. I'm a new sub, so forgive me. What's your favourite themes for your personal collection? There's a bit of everything. So at the minute, my favourite... Actually, no, scrap that. Overall, if I had to pick a favourite theme, it would be Technic Construction. So obviously you can see I've got the big cat bulldozer behind me. Over there is the cement mixer. Oh, actually, I think you can see that there. This is the Liebherr excavator. And that yellow thing in the black cabinet behind me is the Volvo 6x6 articulated truck. So those big Technic like construction sets, that's probably my favourite like sort of theme within a theme. Now if they brought back decent construction sets for Lego City like they used to have, then I'd collect them as well, or even like something like icons or ideas. So yeah, Lego construction vehicles is like my favourite thing. As an actual theme, either Speed Champions or Marvel. I have a lot of Speed Champions, I have a lot of Marvel. I also have a lot of Harry Potter, but that is partly because my girlfriend is like Harry Potter obsessed, so we've been collecting Harry Potter Lego together for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. So yeah, I do also have a lot of Harry Potter. And I think it's really cool. I like Harry Potter a lot nowadays. What's your opinion on Abu Dhabi 21? Right, my opinion on Abu Dhabi 21. Max Verstappen is a worthy championship winner. Like, I have no problem with the fact that Max Verstappen won the championship. I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. But he did not deserve to win the Abu Dhabi race. Lewis Hamilton deserved to win that race. He had been dominating the race. And then there was obviously a wrong call by the stewards. And, you know, they've admitted that what they'd done was, like, the wrong decision. They shouldn't have done it. Michael Massey made a human error, which affected the outcome of the race. So Lewis Hamilton should have won that race. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't think Max Verstappen deserves the championship. Like I said, he was a deserving champion that year. But it's just the race. Max Verstappen did not deserve to win that race. And this is where I struggled to formulate a proper opinion, because I think Lewis Hamilton deserves a race win. And that race was wrong how it ended. But yeah, I think Max Verstappen still deserved the championship. I'm not saying he deserved it more than Hamilton, but he deserved it. But I just don't understand. If they wanted a spectacle, if they'd red flagged it with 5 laps to go, both drivers could have changed their tyres, and then they would have done a standing start. That would have been electrifying. I think better than a 1 lap shootout where Hamilton had shit tyres and Verstappen had good tyres. Yes, that lap, my heart was in my mouth the entire time. But if they'd done effectively a 5 lap shootout with red flag, allow both drivers change their tyres or whatever else they need to change on the car, then that would have been really good. It's just a shame how it happened. Yeah, as I keep saying, Max Verstappen deserves the championship, not any more than Lewis Hamilton, but Lewis Hamilton deserved to win that race, and that's the issue. Yeah, it was a joke. I can't believe, what happened. And then, like, the fact that, you got Felipe Massa now trying to claim that he deserves that championship from 2008, when that race should have been, whatever race it was, I can't remember, with Crashgate, should have been cancelled. But the Crashgate had nothing to do with Felipe Massa. I think it was a team error at the pit stop that screwed Felipe Massa on that race. So it's ridiculous, really. It's all a game of politics, which is a shame. It should just be about the racing. But yeah, I can't believe Michael Massey made that big mistake. But yeah, so I'm going to try and do a bit of work on this now. So obviously, I've tried a few things to add some details on here. It looks very... that's it, the fuel hose in. Yeah, I remember, and the engineers were sprinting down the pit lane. I remember watching that race, actually. That was funny. I feel like that was the first time I've ever seen anything like that in Formula 1. I miss the refueling. But yeah, so I'm going to start working on this again soon. So I like the colours. This will be how it is, and I'll do all the different colours going down. This is going to be like a shop down here. I want it as dark blue for the main colour, but obviously at the minute I think it looks very boring. This chain is going to go as well because that looks crap. And then, yeah, obviously, as you can see, it's angled as well. So it's going to be really fun but challenging to build overall. Once I get on the top bit, it'll be really easy. So effectively, each house will just be this yellow section would just be a copy of the yellow or a copy of the pink in another colour. So that'll be really, really easy to build. It's the bottom halves, especially with the curves. It took me so long to try and get the curves right. But I then realised I actually done the curve the wrong way, so it curves this way, but it should have been curving the opposite way, so yeah, a bit annoying. If I may ask what your business is going to be, bricklaying or something more boring. So I run an Amazon business. So I have my own Amazon brands. I sell some branded stuff like Lego, for example, as well, but I mostly sell my own branded stuff on Amazon. I sell 3D printed wall mounts for Lego on TikTok as well. On TikTok as Ben's Bricks. So I've got like hooks for Speed Champions and the McLaren F1 car and the Lamborghini, and cars like the Bugatti Bolides. I've got hooks for all of them, so you can wall mount your cars. They're only a few quid each. And that's something I've been developing over this last, I think July I started that, so last 3 months or so I've been developing that business, and that's going really well. Making a lot more money than I thought it would. But yeah, so basically my business is just building brands effectively and selling some Lego alongside it. I sell a lot of Lego. I mean, I probably sell... I reckon I've sold 1,000+ units of Lego this year. some of them are minifigures, which are obviously poly bags. So obviously that inflates the numbers quite a lot. It's not all big sets, but I sell a lot more Lego than your sort of average person. Yeah, I've seen this about the 2024 F1 Speed Champions set. I think that's going to be really interesting. I'm not exactly sure what to make of it. Because obviously they've just released the orange McLaren. I feel like, to me, as someone like Red Bull, I don't like Red Bull, right? But I just don't understand why Lego don't release a Red Bull Formula One set. They had the Sebastian Vettel dominance years. They've now got the Max Verstappen dominant years. Never made a Lego set. There's a million Ferrari sets. Mercedes had their dominant years. They made Mercedes sets. They made a McLaren set, McLaren pit stop set. Actually, no, they've made 3 Mercedes sets. McLaren pit stop set, that was like from 2012 or something like that. And now they're doing the orange McLaren car, and then apparently there's going to be a McLaren Speed Champions next year. So, yeah, I can't understand why they don't make a Red Bull set. The only thing I could possibly think of is that Lego don't want to advertise an energy drink to kids. And if that's the case, fair enough. If there's anything else, I don't understand why they don't do it. I'm realistically, I don't understand why there isn't a set for every team. Like, Lego, I feel like, leaves a lot of money on the table by not having a Speed Champions or big Technic version of every car on the grid. Formula One has just absolutely exploded in popularity, and yeah, I can't understand for the life of me why it hasn't happened. Right, I'm going to put this away, and then it's time to start sorting out some pieces and getting them put away. Yeah, Ferrari have an insane amount of sets. It's ridiculous. I made a video on every Lego Formula One set that's ever been made. That took so long to like get. It's all the Ferrari sets. There's a few like non-branded ones as well that are like classed as Formula One sets, but yeah, it's mad. I also didn't realise before I made the video that there was I think it was like late 90s, maybe early 2000s, they'd done like a big Technic Williams set, which is really cool. What else they'd done? There was a Renault, like the yellow Renault from I think the 2010s. They'd done it's not an official Lego set, but it was built by like a Lego certified professional, and it comes in like a proper box and everything of like the Renault team. That was pretty cool. There's loads of Ferrari sets, the Williams set. I think that's all the teams that have one. Yeah, the Formula E set, the Jaguar set, I've got that over there. I've got the bigger car there. I also made, I found the instructions online for this. So it's I had a spare Nissan Skyline set. So I decided to find some alternative building instructions for it. And I found this. So it's literally the Skyline. There was loads of spare parts. I didn't use all the parts of the set. But it's like made into like a Formula One car, which is really cool. So yeah, I got that one as well. And then I've got all of my own custom designed, all my own custom designed Formula One cars as well. So yeah, I got quite a few Formula One sets really. So I got the Mercedes set, and if you count the Formula E set, I've got the Jaguar Formula E. Then I've got my own Red Bull, McLaren, Aston Martin, Ferrari, and Mercedes. I got the big McLaren as well. And if you want to count it, that little Fast and Furious one that I made. Although this is possibly my favourite Speed Champions, the Mercedes AMG GT3, I think it is. I love this car. So cool. Yeah, I just need to start sorting all these parts out now as well. Oh, and I found these today as well. So I used to have a very, very small Lego city before I started building my Formula 1 track. And these are the roads that I salvaged from it back when I used to do it. So they need to be dusted, and then they can be incorporated in. So that was cool to find that. Oh, I also dug out a couple of stormtroopers. For some reason I had these knocking about. I feel like these are well old. But now, honestly, I've just... Sorting Lego, I just make such a mess. Like, I've got drawers everywhere, I've got parts everywhere, I've got minifigures everywhere, and then I end up with pots like this that is just full of random assorted parts. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up the stream in a minute. Thank you everyone who did stop by, and especially those of you who are interacting in the chat, very much appreciated. And then I will, I'll do this all off camera in a minute. I'll put all of my drawers and stuff away. Pick-a-brick cups. Honestly, the stack of Pick-a-brick cups I have down here is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Actually, I do also have more parts that need to be sorted, as well as this entire box, and I've got another couple of boxes down there as well. So much Lego that needs sorting still, it's insane. I'll actually tip these out. Thinking about making a Mercedes from 2016, got the parts being built. Nice, that'd be cool. I thought about making more Formula 1 cars. Just when you've got a design, it's really easy. So like, for example, I've got the 5 that I've based on this year's cars. Now, if I wanted to make the other half of the grid, like for their 2023 cars, it would be really easy to do because I've got a design for them. Like some cars have different like side pods or rear wings or something, but only ever so slightly. So for the most part, I've found once you've designed the Formula 1 car, you can then pretty much just change the colours to be based on different teams. So you can have one design for 10 different teams, just change the colours. But actually designing a car for a new era or different era of Formula 1 is the most challenging bit. Heavily based on set from 2017, just change the rear wing about. Do you mean they done the 2, didn't they? They done the little car that was like the team gift that's really rare, and then they done the big set that had like the Mercedes garage and it had that cool like curve in it and stuff. I forgot about that actually. I had these parts sat around for ages, like that. It's just such a weird colour for Lego. It's really cool. I'd like to get more of them. It reminds me of like a Lewis Hamilton yellow. It's like a neon yellow. Luckily, I have loads of pots lying around, so I can get all these pieces sorted. Going back to your earlier question about the Formula 1 track, I definitely need to come back to it. Otherwise, what am I going to do with all of these chairs? And I have more in here as well. Yeah, the really big one just took the cars out from the instructions and changed the rear wing, as the old one doesn't look right. Yeah, nice. I haven't actually got that set. I'd love to get it. It's a very cool set. Maybe you should see if you can change the colours and make some of the other cars, like other teams from that era. The only hard bit about doing it really to make it look accurate is getting the sponsor stickers cut out right. Because I still haven't bothered to make the stickers for my McLaren and Red Bull cars that I've got hung up over there. Making the stickers just takes so long. So this is literally full of red parts for when I was going to do more, I can't remember if it was, I was going to do some more Ferrari pit walls or Ferrari cars because I was selling them on TikTok for a while. Getting sick of the casts, that's quite smart actually. I went extreme with mine. So I don't know if you've seen my cars, but when I decided to do all my Formula 1 cars and my pit walls, I decided to go out and buy a £300 printer and a £300 Cricut so I could print all the stickers really well and then cut them out precisely with the Cricut machine rather than trying to cut out the stickers by hand, because that was a pain. Oh, so many red parts in here, it's insane. Amount of 1x1 red plate. I don't know why I decided to get so many. No one needs this many red plates. Where'd that other piece go? And apparently I also got an absolute ton of 1x2 red bricks as well. I've had this pick-a-brick cup taped up for probably 3 months. The Lego House Pirates set. No, I don't plan on building it for the minute. Same with the duck and the this one, the Master Builder set, I might sell at some point when it gets retired. But the others I don't plan on building. I'm going to wait till I go back to Billund and I'm going to get another fresh sealed copy. And then when I've got a copy I can keep sealed, I'll then open one and build one of each. But yeah, I don't want to open it and build it until I've got another sealed one. So, very fortunately, that means I'm going to have to take a trip to Billund again next year. Honestly, look, these are all 1x1 red plates. Like, who needs that many of them? Oh, apart from 2 bricks. Okay, I haven't actually got that many. That went better than I thought. I only dropped one. Did you see the Lego factory where you can buy a massive bag? Oh, yes. I plan to go there next year. The one in Germany. Don't know if you how you came across it, but I came across it from a guy called Brick Crafts on YouTube. He's he goes there a lot, and he's opening like a Lego museum in Germany. And I had a look, and it's like it's near, I think, Munich, and then the place where you get like you can go to the factory and get bags of Lego parts is at Legoland. Yeah, from his Lego City build. Yeah. So I want to go to his thing, and if like Munich is here, over here is this guy's Lego museum, and like over here would be Legoland. So sometime next year I want to fly into Munich and go to his museum, assuming it's open next year, and then also go to the Germany Legoland so I can go and do the like you said, to get the bags worth of Lego parts. But when I was in Billund at Legoland, now it was nothing like that. It was there was no factory nearby, but you could buy Lego by weight rather than in a cup. But the prices were insane. No, London doesn't have one. yeah, the prices were crazy. So I worked it out. I thought about roughly how many, I think it was like 2x2 bricks I could get in one of these pick-a-brick cups versus what you could get in Billand at the weigh-in thing at Legoland, and like it was so much more expensive. It was a joke, and they also had the smallest selection of parts I've ever seen on like a pick-a-brick wall, so that was really disappointing. So yeah, definitely need to go to Germany next year. I'm annoyed because I went to Germany last year, around this time last year. And if I knew, maybe I would have made the special trip. Yeah, this is another pick-a-brick cup that I've had sat under my tables for, I don't know, 3-4 months full of pieces, still taped up. Sometimes I just buy pick-a-brick cups and just don't even bother opening them. I'm just like, oh yeah, I need that part, and then never use it. I just love pick-a-brick. Just wish there was more of a variety of pieces sometimes you could get. And like these 2x6 white tiles, I got loads of these. Don't know what I'll ever do with them. Those chairs or spare pieces you have could be sold on eBay. Yeah, I could sell them on eBay. But to be honest, I'd rather just keep them, and like even all this stuff, I'd rather keep it because it's sod's law that, you know, one day I'll be building something and I'll sell these white tiles and eventually I'd want some of them, so I tend to not sell my pieces. I'd rather just have a massive inventory of pieces, because if you've ever tried to build something custom, like I have a ridiculous amount of Lego pieces, but even trying to build this at the minute, I have nowhere near enough pieces to get that finished, because you just need such a variety. So yeah, for me, I tend to not sell my Lego pieces, at least not very often. But then I also have way too many of some. Like these are all white 1x8 tiles, and this is absolutely full of it. And this cup also has loads more of them, so maybe I should sell some. So I need to get some money, because I just bought a new MacBook Air today, MacBook Pro today. So I can edit some better videos for YouTube. Trying to rack up the watch time on YouTube so I can get monetized and start earning some money for my content. Because I do quite well on TikTok, but not so much on YouTube. God, I've been going for like an hour nearly, to be fair. Only a couple of minutes short. Let's tip this out. So in this cup, I had a Nissan Skyline wheelbase for some reason. Oh, I got all these white pieces actually. These were because I was going to sell some Haas pit walls on TikTok shop. So I designed my own Haas pit wall, which is really cool. a load of these tiles. Didn't actually realise how many of these pieces I had. Right, that was all 2x6 white tiles. And then I got all these, which is full of 2x4 white tiles. And then I have all of these, which is 2x2 white tiles, and obviously this is full to the brim 1x8 white tiles. So if anyone needs some white tiles, you know where to come. I also have a load of 1x3 white bricks. Right, that is going to end the stream. Thank you for watching, it's much appreciated. I'll see you next time.